That's how you know it's a live show. That's how you know it's a live show. I apologize. But welcome back. You're watching The Trend with me, Amina. DJ E turning up the party as if it's, it's still Ramadan, E. I know it's Easter weekend for you. It's very confusing, but everyone is giving us a holiday very soon. I'm giving you guys a holiday. Eid is going to come up, and then this entire week, we've already said. But either way, we still have a great show for you. At The Trend Live is our handle. Jump on that hashtag, Hey Amina, and say wagwan to us. As Silayio also gets in my shots. What's happening tonight? What's happening? Well, welcome to the show, babe.
Thanks for having me. I love being here. I love it.
We love having you.
Yes,
you couldn't wait. I was like, I was introducing you.
I'm eager.
You're like, I'm here. I want to be seen. You look lovely.
Thank you. When you're coming to see Amina, you better bring your game.
Why do people say that?
You better do your best.
You look really good.
Thank you.
It's been 4 years, I understand.
It has.
Since the last time we saw each other.
Since the last time I was here, yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's been 4 years,
I know.
though,
It's
right?
because we're old. So the years are short.
Let me speak about yourself. Me, I'm 18 till I die. 18 till I die.
But yeah, it's good to be back.
Yes, you have been very busy.
I have and I have not. I've been very busy very recently finishing up this EP. But in the last 4 years, I kind of took a break, kind of took a second. Yeah, to breathe, exhale, find myself again. Yeah, it was been intense. But the last few, let's say, months, putting this together and showing up here for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's been a busy time.
Yes. So you had like an introspective time.
Extremely introspective time.
Because of COVID or?
No, I think for me it started pre-COVID. The last time I was here, I had just begun the rebrand. I had just moved into becoming Silayio, and it took a second, to be honest. I don't know how many artists, require that much time, but it took a second for me to really figure out who I was and in this new space, in this new name, what does it mean? What do I want to be like as an artist? What do I want to say now that I am Silayio and not Nemantalel? That took a moment, and there were difficult things that happened in between that required some big time evolving. But I also made art, started acting. Dude, I was like in a movie. Yeah, but it's been good.
Yeah,
it's been good. It's been long, but it's been good.
I'm so happy you shared that. A lot of people, they glamorize this life.
Yeah.
And it's a very stressful journey.
Yep.
And you have to be so real with your fans.
Yeah.
The music is relatable because it's genuine.
Yeah.
It's authentic.
Yeah.
You're not making this up. If you're talking about a heartbreak, you went through it. So that character development is a personal story.
Yep.
And
graduate.
Yeah, and then people, when you're performing, that's when you feel most alive.
Yes. That's when I feel most healed. Yes. Absolutely.
So the world shuts down and you don't have a place to go and express yourself. So of course it's frustrating.
Yeah, COVID made everything difficult for everybody, and it required a lot of art has had to evolve because of COVID. I don't know, I'd never done a live show sitting in front of a camera. That was weird. That was very hard for somebody who's used to a live audience where you're feeding and vibing off the energy of people. When you live for the facial expressions on people's faces when you're performing, to sing in front of your phone is weird AF.
Yeah.
It takes some getting used to, it takes some learning, it takes some evolving, and yeah, I think everybody has had to learn, but it was hard.
Yeah, it was so hard.
It was so hard, but here we are.
Here we are.
Back with a bang.
When we first started doing the trend during COVID and we were doing it at home, I was like, I need to be in the studio. I'm just in the house, I'm halfway cooking. I was just not serious. So I 100% get you.
Man, that was hard.
So who are you now? Now that you've had time to rediscover, to just take it all in.
I'm a grown woman.
Tell me. Holy Spirit activity.
Yeah. This is a Beyonce. Who am I? I am glorious, and it's taken a long time to be able to say that phrase, just to be a passionate, to be alive, to be rediscovering spirituality outside of the boxes that I grew up in. I am an African. I am so deeply an African. I think that before, when I was only just a Christian artist, only just a gospel artist, I was only one thing. you know. And now I'm a God girl, but I also feel my roots so much deeper. I feel my history so much deeper. I also feel free and sort of released myself to be comfortable with what you were talking about, which is all the ugly stuff, all the vulnerable stuff, all the brokenness that comes with being a human being. Forget even just being an artist. You wrestle with depression and you feel ashamed of it. I don't feel ashamed of it anymore. I'm just like, yeah, man, sometimes I am sad.
And it happens.
And then other times I am better. And it's manageable. I feel like when we are not ashamed of the dark corners of our own soul, when you're not terrified to show and to share, then you create room for yourself to evolve.
Yeah. Now, with that same token, I've always struggled with something. Why do you need to be branded as a gospel artist or as a secular artist? I mean, there are times you want to, you know, sing about something religious that you've experienced. Maybe you do want to give thanks, and you know. Then the other times, someone would just want to turn up. I feel like art cannot be
a
both.
hot, sexy song.
Yeah. It's not like because you're a gospel artist now you don't want to sing about love.
Well, for a lot of people it is, and for me, for a very long time, that's what it was. It was once you're this is what you are
forever,
and that's the expectation the audiences have from you. Especially for a lot of artists, maybe like myself, who work within the church, because it's not just your passion; it also becomes your job. It also becomes like your day to day. It becomes your entire identity. These days, I feel like the gospel singers are cooler, but when I was starting out in 1999, it really felt like you pick a thing and you stay right in there.
You cannot change your mind.
And then for somebody like me, who's like all about absolutes and certainty, I did. I entered the box and I sat down and I made a home in the box.
It was so comfortable.
It was very comfortable.
You decorated it.
I decorated. I put my paintings up. I made it my home. So when the box collapsed, I had nothing else because I'd never spent time building anything else. I didn't really spend time investigating who I was outside of the confines of my faith as it used to be. So when that went away, that's what this period has been. It has been, okay, so now if I don't only sing about God, well, what am I saying? What do I really feel? What am I really passionate about? You know, do I care about politics? Do I care about justice? Am I into love? Am I a poet? What am I?
I'm thinking about courage.
Yeah, about courage and hope. And I feel like I've sort of figured myself out. And I think the consistent thing between the brand that I was and the brand that I am now is I feel like I am a peddler of hope because I need it. So even this EP, that I'm working on is coming out soon. It's me singing to myself mostly. It's music that I wrote when I wasn't doing okay, and I was, sort of talking to myself from a space of faith, saying, I know it's horrible, but life can be beautiful even when it's difficult. And you write them, and then you record them, and then 6 months later you listen to them, and you're like, oh, okay, as a Christian, I am ministering to myself. So
because it's therapeutic, so you need it.
I need it.
Yeah, that's why I was saying you are singing for people, but you're singing because you also want to hear those words. It's going to be okay. So tell me about this EP. So it's generally all hopeful?
It is generally all hopeful.
That's
it
great.
is. It's hopeful, but it's also very honest, I think. Like this, I just released a single this last week. You can find it on YouTube, Silayio, and it's called Weeds and Wheat. And weeds and wheat comes from a Bible verse where Jesus says, let the weeds and the wheat grow together. And in the end, during the harvest, the farmer is going to, it's going to separate them and it's going to burn away the chaff. But sometimes in the pursuit of perfection, you have a little farm and the little farm is you. And there's weeds in the shamba, and you focus all on the weeds, and you're just freaking out. There's weeds, and you cannot see anything else, and you cannot see beyond your brokenness, your weaknesses, your quirks, your insecurities, the things that you're afraid of. You can't see beyond them to see your gifts, to see your passions, to see what's possible. You can't even see possibilities anymore. That's where I was for a really long time. And this EP and this single say to me and say to everybody else, okay, yeah, fine, there's weeds in your garden, but there's flowers too. There's flowers too. And I think for me, evolving now means being able to hold them both at the same time with acceptance and being courageous and just sort of just going. Just go ahead. Even if it's not perfect, just do it.
Go ahead.
Just show up, you know.
Yeah, forge on.
Just forge on.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't look exactly the way you wanted it to look, just keep on. Just keep on. I was stuck on perfection. I was stuck on I needed to be.
And life doesn't work like that. Life doesn't work like that.
Oh,
yes,
no.
you wanted to do law, but then you finish school and there are no jobs, there are no placements, so you have to start a mogoka store, and you're like, what? This is not what I thought my life was going to be like.
Yeah.
You're actually starting a podcast.
I am.
Okay.
I am starting a podcast. The name of the podcast is The God Thing. And this is the discussion of the podcast for me. It is the stories that we tell about what we believe and how those stories affect our day-to-day life.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Just sling it over. And how those stories, we often we don't pay attention to what you actually believe until life hits you. That's when you're like, for example, when somebody dies, somebody close to you that you love dies, that's when you will discover what you really believe about the afterlife. Because that's when you're going to have to grapple with, are you still there? Are you gone? Is there nothing at all? Do we just die and it's over? Is there an afterlife? And we can talk about it in a crowd, you can talk about it in church, and you can say we all believe this one thing. But belief is such a deeply personal thing. And the stories that we tell ourselves about life affect us in such monumental ways that I underestimated for so long. And I underestimated how much what I believed affected my day-to-day life. And so that's the God thing. I want to talk to people about God. I want to talk to people about their spirituality.
You want to be open about it. You want to ask questions.
Absolutely. I want to ask the questions, because one of the things that happened to me when my faith started collapsing was I was very lonely. I didn't have anybody to talk to. We don't talk about doubt. How dare you doubt? But I'm like, but I did doubt.
Imposter syndrome.
We don't talk about, we don't, there isn't really room in extremely religious spaces to challenge or to question the big truths. And I was lonely for a very long time. So I want to create a space where we can talk about these things without being afraid of being shunned or being rejected just grow together.
Yeah, I love that.
Also, I want to learn.
Yeah.
I do.
You never stop learning.
Yeah.
And I like that you're saying that. And it's so interesting when, you said you felt lonely.
Yeah.
But now with this podcast, guess what? There's someone who does feel lonely, but they will not feel alone anymore. I love that.
That's the point.
She's also been in a movie, Nafsi. We can talk all night, clearly.
Yes.
But please make sure that you check out the new EP. It's coming out.
Yes, it's coming out.
6 years in the making.
The 6 years in the making. The single is out. It's out on YouTube, Weeds and Wheat, so you can check that out. But
check it out.
The EP is coming out, so look out for it.
Look out for that. So now you're going to perform?
I was going to sing you a little bit of the single.
Ever sing for me,
Would you
please?
like me to?
I want you to sing for me, baby.
Okay.
Sing for me.
Tell me where. What
Where? The cameras will find you.
They'll find me, yeah? Okay, here we go. I've made peace with my demons. I won't run from the dark. And I'm embracing my weakness. Heard it said, shadows make you whole. And I've come home to my ugly. It lives right by my beautiful. I've made peace with my demons. I'm not running from the dark. So let the weeds grow with the weed. Let the weeds grow with the weed. Hey. And the time will come, and the chaff will burn, and the glory will be mine. So let the weeds grow with the wheat.
Damn. You are so talented. My goodness.
Thanks, baby.
Okay, Osoro, did you hear that? That is
that's
beautiful.
weeds and weed.
Please make sure that you go and you check it out online.
Yeah.
Let the wind.
You're hired. I mean, you're hired instantly and immediately.
No, I loved it. You sound incredible. Goodness.
Thank you.
Hey, Silayio, if I lived near your house, I'd just be like, please wake me up every day with a song. Every day with a song.
We can make a deal where I
sing.
sing in the shower at certain
And
point.
and
Yes.
I make sure with me I'm shouting at that time so I can
Deal.
listen to the Beyonce of the hood. Well, there you go. Make sure that you check out the EP once it's out. Wheat and Weeds online. Go ahead, watch and support Kenyan musicians.
Yeah.
Please make sure that you do that. Silayio, I appreciate you coming through.
Thanks for having me.
I have nothing but love for you.
You know I feel the
Nothing
same
but love
way,
for
babe.
you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Osoro, what are people saying online? Because I
Amina,
think it's time for me to talk to Brooklyn boys.
Amina, I am weak.
When were you strong?
I can't help it, Amina. And Amina, there's just something about you.
About me?
Kuna vile wao unijali. Kwanza hizi holidays.
Nani?
Kuna vile wao unijali. And of course, our host, our guest amesema bila amepigwa character development. And Amina, you know, it's a long holiday, and it's you know, I can make things right, Amina.
Are you shooting your shot? Are you shooting your shot on live TV?
No, I'm not shooting my shot, Amina. Whatever she does with this information, you know, Amina, there's just something about your sauti.
I love it.
And I'll also want to hear tena matawi ya juu, some higher crochet na nini. So Amina, I'm weak. Sijui.
Also, I just told you to read social media. I don't know who told you to tell me about your weaknesses.
I'm summarizing whatever they are saying. Ndio hii yote naiweka pamoja, Amina.
Unbelievable. Okay, fine. So that's it. You're just weak.
Yeah?
That's your message.
The whole nation is weak.
Oh gosh. Anyway, okay, fine. So do you know Brooklyn boys, Osoro?
Amina.
Yeah?
Amina, mbona unataka ni move on haraka na naongelelea Silayio. Bas mtu alikuja nishikilie, DJ acha nisindikize mgeni.
Unashikiliwa kwa nini? Unashikiliwa kwa nini?
Nisindikize mgeni.
Oh boy.
Nisindikishe mgeni asianguke kwa stairs, Amina.
Ni kweli nimevaa heels leo.
Amevaa heels,
Mimi ni
Amina.
mtu wa gumboots.
Oh my god.
Amevaa heels.
Okay, Osoro, I don't even know what to do anymore. Like, so what's going on
Amina,
now?
nyamaza tu, it's just me and Silayio.
Yes, Osoro.
Unajua injili lazima iende mbele.
Wacha iende mbele.
So mbele iko sawa?
Osoro, you're done.
Kwani mko na ng'ombe? Kwani mko na ng'ombe kweli?
Ni mimi.
Wewe personal.
Mimi ndio ng'ombe.
Sawa, tutakubali. Wacha injili iende mbele.
So tufanye aje? Will you hog your ng'ombe?
Wacha tuende mbele. Wacha injili iende mbele.
Injili iende mbele. But whoever did whatever they did to you, I mean, ni vibaya.
Ni vibaya.
I mean,
thank you, Osoro.
Na mbona waimbaji mnafanyiwa hivyo kama Rihanna pia amefanyiwa? It's just something,
I feel like we are on your date or something. I feel like all of us are eavesdropping as a nation.
Amina,
I'm standing behind the chair.
Amina,
Osoro, let's just
I rarely
go
do
to
this.
DJE.
I mean, I rarely do. Hata
do
mshahara ya hii mwezi nimeiweka kando. Some chances zinakuja mara moja. Mbia mono, Amina, pale kwenye hashtag Amina kumewaka moto, and of course we've been asking people, where are you trending from? And by the Amina, for real, hii kitu yote nimesema, I just summed up what they were saying because some comments I just can't read them. Kuna watu wako zile za hiyo nywele, hiyo sauti, hiyo and I'm almost texting them back niwaambie, please, ni injili, ni mwimbaji wa injili. Please, let's stick to injili. Mwokozi ndiye amechapwa tu viboko saa hii a few minutes ago. Let's concentrate. Wao wameweka mambo ingine mbele because ameangikwa juu ya mti. So Amina, tuko hapa kwenye at Hale_Daffy anasema, Amina, I snitch kwenye hashtag meme challenge, of course, after I snitch my brother for licking sugar, me peeping to see venye anachapwa mpya mono kabisa. And this is Vesalius pia anasema hawa ni African moms wakichungulia kama unatumia cooking oil nyingi. Huyu ni Amina kabisa. Wewe kwanza mafuta yako niko sure huwezi taka wa nini watumie vibaya pale jikoni. And there is this at B2A anasema, when someone blocks you and you log in and you log into your other account, unawachungulia tu, you see their activities pale online, mbia mono. Ama Silayio vile huyo mtu amenini hivyo, sasa lazima wafungue tu hiyo account ingine. Tuko na Lucas Roy anasema, alafu Amina, are you a hippo? Juu nataka kukua kiboko yako. Imeenda nje kidogo, but you get the point. No, kiboko Amina, kiboko yako, kiboko yao. You get the point. Tuko na kwenye meme challenge, we have our Shika Ben anasema Maguire ako line up tena. Hii ni ya watu wa Man U. It's for the chosen few. Amina, this thing is funny. Maguire, ukienda tu kwa mtu yote ana support Man U, utaje Maguire, toka mbio. Yeah, thank me later. We have at Mzito Jema anasema vile unachungulia kwa mlango ukisikia sufuria inaanguka kitchen na uko peke yako kwa nyumba. By the way, Amina, I read this one and I thought for a moment.
I didn't even know you think.
No, Amina, I'm sorry. Silayio, let me engage the VVIP. Silayio, uko kwa nyumba peke yako. Okay, tuko mimi na wewe, but sasa mimi nimeendea maziwa. Alafu sufuria usikie tu pungulu jikoni. What would you do?
Mimi ni Masai.
No, hebu rudia hiyo kitu umefanya tena.
Mimi ni Masai
ya kwanza.
I swear to God,
Soro.
No, it's a reaction. Amina,
mimi wacha nianze hapa. Mimi ni Masai ya Kajiado. Ukisikia mtu ameingia nyumba yako, unatoa ile kisu, unaikanga hapa chini. So ukiwa na mimi Osoro uko safe.
Perfect.
Basi
tunangoja nini? Mbona tunalipa rent nyumba mbili? Mbona tunalipa rent nyumba mbili? Like for it, now zimepanda siku hizi. Do you know hata Ronga na Ruaka rent ni moja. Hakuna mahali atukiishi mbali, karibu, yote ni same. So Amina, I don't know. Amina, kuna mtu ako na lori. Ni hame tu sasa usiku.
Please don't be uncomfortable.
I am not at all. I am at home and happy.
Osoro. Goodness. Anyway, so make sure that you support Silayio and Osoro as they start their union here at NTV. Yeah. But yeah, so DJ play a little something. We've got the Brooklyn Boys. We're going to come through, talk all about drill and how they've been taking over jam after jam right here.